Yo, what's going on guys, it's Rest. In this video I want to talk about how we can make the O.P.Q still viable in today's current meta. So if you enjoy, consider subscribing. I'm on the road to 10,000 subs and I would love to have you on this journey. I truly appreciate it. Now if you don't know what the O.P.Q actually is, it is an assault rifle that came from the Cartel event last year. So unfortunately you cannot receive this weapon anymore unless you just receive it from a friend or some sort of save file. But this weapon should come back around. The Cartel event did come out at the end of April last year, and now that it is May, I would assume we probably should be hearing some news on it soon. And judging from the past, obviously we've had the Halloween and Valentine's events roll back around, so we're assuming that the Cartel event is also going to come back around. It just didn't happen at the end of April, so we probably should, like I said, get an announcement for it this month. But if you did receive one last year, it is going to be stuck at level 57 and at Mayhem 10 if you got it at Mayhem 10, or obviously what other Mayhem level you received it on. But for most of you guys, it's probably level 57 Mayhem 10. But to go over what this gun does for the people that don't have it or anyone that needs a recap, it essentially is a very good assault rifle. If you don't know, the Atlas assault rifles are actually very good, especially the ×2 variants, and this is one of those, but it's just a legendary version. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is the only legendary version in the game still of this type of assault rifle, which is kind of cool. But the fact that it's locked behind an event is kind of not. Essentially, this is just going to be a normal assault rifle, but every once in a while, you're going to have the shock explosion come up. It's also going to do a lot of damage. As you see, just shooting, occasionally you're going to get normal bullets, and then sometimes you'll get the shock bullets. So that shock explosion can actually kill you. So using this, you need to be somewhat long range, because if you're at close range, you're going to die. So going over how we can make this useful now, even at level 65, Mayhem 10 or 11, we have received new artifacts called the Company Man that strictly benefits a certain manufacturer of your choice. As you see, we're obviously going to be running an Atlas Company Man for this to buff our Atlas assault rifle. This is going to give you more damage, reload speed, and magazine size, and all of these are random, so you can get whatever benefits that you want on this thing, and it can cater to your playstyle. Now again, this does do splash damage with that shock explosion, so as you see, the area effect damage is going to do more damage, which is very, very nice. But again, you can just try to get whatever stats you want on this to really benefit your playstyle, and it's just going to be directly buffing the O.P.Q system. Now for class mods, again, whatever character you're running, whatever build you're running, the class mod doesn't matter, but the stats you can get on the class mod does. As you see, this one's giving weapon damage, magazine size, and cooldown rate. You can actually get Atlas specific benefits as well, like Atlas crit damage, Atlas fire rate, which is going to get buffed on top of the Company Man right here. So not only with the Company Man giving you Atlas benefits, your class mod could also give you the benefits if you have one that really works for it, which again in return will buff the O.P.Q even more. Then we have the Revolter, which we all knew was probably going to be right here. On Axial Start, any effect triggers on Show Breaker Fill. This is essentially just going to let you keep the Revolter's legendary effect up, which is when your show breaks, you're going to be enraged for 15 seconds, which gives you more fire rate and more damage. And since you have this giving you a huge damage boost, it's really going to buff that level 57 up to be like a level 65 version, and it can actually tear through enemies. And on top of that, if you do have this weapon, we also now have the ability to reroll anoints, which is really cool. So if you have one with a bad anoint on it, you can actually go reroll it to cater to whatever builds you're trying to go for, which is really cool. So as you see, all together, I have a phase cast anoint on mine, which when I cast, it's obviously going to give you the 250% damage. Then I'm also going to proc the Revolter to give me the fire rate and damage, and just simultaneously I'm getting benefits from the Company Man right here, since it's Atlas Company Man. And if you had class mod specific benefits, you would also be buffing it even more. Then obviously running something like ASC or whatever benefits your character the most is going to be nice, so you're going to have more damage coming from that as well. Then again, this isn't for Amara specific, this is for every single character, but this is just what I'm running on Amara. I like to take things like Confusion so I can convert some of that damage to whatever element I'm running. So in this gameplay, you see I'm running the Takedown. I have the Corrosive element equipped, so essentially my O.P.Q is now doing Corrosive and Shock, which is really cool. And then I'm obviously going to be running Phase Cast with Avatar, so I can keep my Phase Cast proc up and keep Revolter up, which is really good. So overall, just talking about this weapon more, as you can see in the gameplay, it's absolutely shredding some of these enemies, and this is a level 57 version. So to answer the question, yes, it is still viable, but is it worth it? I honestly wouldn't say so. You really have to play into the fact that you're really going to be using this one weapon. And to be fair, this one weapon is really good, but you're going to really have to cater your playstyle around it. There's a bunch of other things you can run that's just going to let you run pretty much anything in the game that you want to, instead of having to specifically focus on one weapon. But that was the idea of this video, just to make this weapon insanely strong, since it is under leveled, and I think I have accomplished that. Now, once the Cartel event does roll back around and we get a level 65 version of this thing is honestly going to be crazy. You can already see the damage it's doing at at level 57 and a level 65 takedown. So imagine when you get a on level gun of this with this exact build or another build to cater towards it, you're just gonna be able to shred things. Again, if you are using this though, be sure to be at a range. The downside of this weapon is that it does cause that splash damage and will kill you if you're up close. But if you run something like the Transformer, you actually will consume that shock damage, which is nice. But at this point in the game, you're gonna be running the Revolter to get the damage boost up. But once you get a level 65 version, you might can play around with that more and see how it works. But anyway, that's gonna all for me. Let me know if you guys think we'll see the Cartel event come back around soon, and if you're gonna be farming for one of these. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.